What's up? This is sorry I didn't come with a filtered podcast. Your host Vasilius is here. So, to recap what I was looking at yesterday, and I will be playing with my TV over here for I don't know a bit. Uh, I've been hearing a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot, and I mean when I say a lot of crazy stuff, I mean in general. Especially when it comes to wrestling right now. Wrestling, like, I watched again the NXT, and I actually, tell you honest truth, I really did like the new NXT. I like how they set it up. I'm sorry that the light is so, here, a little more light. Oh, almost dropped something. Hold up. Yeah, that's not going to work up there. Just had to bring something down. It's starting to look like WWE knows what they're kind of doing here. I wouldn't be surprised. It was really good. It was light. Like, I like the old NXT and I like this new one. It's really it's something. How can I say this? It's so hard to say. The rest. I actually did enjoy the wrestling on there. I understand what Wrestling Inc. and Going in Raw are talking about. It was filmed very much like a Raw or SmackDown. I understand that. Again, I don't really think Kevin Dunn is going to be sitting down in Florida for much because he's a New York guy. So he'll be back up where he is. I just finished the workout, so you're going to have to be patient here. The real problem I see with this whole NXT 2.0 version, they got to keep with the themed things, okay? I heard a lot on Going in Raw and Wrestling Inc. I watched them, I listened to them, I love those guys, I respect their opinions because they're really heavily into this stuff and they know what's going on. And, you know, I agree with them. Like, once Paul Levesque is back, he'll do all right. He'll take the reins back. Vince McMahon, his father-in-law, has to sit back. I'm sorry, this is bullshit. He has to sit back and just let these guys understand that everything they're doing is pretty much what you would expect from somebody of out of date, old school style of mentality. I'm sorry, my glasses are dirty here too. With the whole AEW last night was really good because we're gonna get the American Dragon versus the Cleaner finally, but it's in a non-title match. That's fine. I'm totally fine with that. If you're gonna want to save that for like a pay-per-view for next year, where you're gonna get WrestleMania versus, you know, all whatever their Casino one, I can't remember what it is. Double or Nothing, that's it. I'm sorry, my brain just stops. My brain stops a lot here today. I've been up real early doing my other work with my family business. The pro wrestling industry is going to take a bit of a massive resurgence here, just because you got Tony Khan, who is willing to spend money. But again, I agree with some of these guys. So I've heard some, I don't remember which one of their podcasts it was on, but Tony's going to have to stop spending some money because you're going to oversaturate your company with former WWE guys. You got to remember, you got to look at the past. You got WCW that did the exact same thing with Eric Bischoff. Oh, this guy has a name. This guy was made by WWE or WWF actually at the time, and they made the money. They made these guys rich. And then you start giving them free creative control. I understand. Right now it's working. Here's the other aspect to that. How long is it going to work for? How long is it going to work? When is it going to finish? Sorry. I'm a little all off today. It is Thursday. It's the Thursday nighter. Also, I got to talk about that too. I heard some things about that. But first, I'm going to try to get through this wrestling bit. The whole thing I see, it is WCW 2.0. Okay, NWA TNA, when it first started, was supposed to be that. But as we could see, it needed to find its own little niche, its own little livelihood of some sort. And yeah, it just should be like that. My perspective of this is pro wrestling has become a bit of a mainstay. Yes, it's just you reach into the well one too many times and it just kind of burns itself out. But right now it's really cool seeing all these ROH reunions going on and dream matches going on. And I fully understand Bryan Danielson. What I've been hearing, he learned a lot from Vince. He learned a lot. He wrote everything down. He was learning from him in a notepad so he can go in and reach for some ideas and some ways he can make things interesting. The other side to that is that it's an absolute gong show. And with the way everything's going, I know everybody wants to see Bray Wyatt, aka Wyndham Rotunda. We all know he's gonna show up in AEW. If he doesn't, it's gonna be Impact Wrestling. I don't see a guy like him going to Ring of Honor. I'm sorry. It's just like he's gonna go to where they actually have a TV product on a TV channel. ROH is on syndicated television like ABC's syndications and Fight Network, but still, again, it's what it is. And I hear there's a lot of fighting on that side. I'm not going to cover that much because that's what it is. I don't really know. There's always been infighting with Ring of Honor. But when you go and look at the aspect of, I'm just going to take the three, WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling. A lot of guys who were there and then Vince signed them and then they went back and it's like a 3-ring circus. Sooner or later we're gonna have again another company buying up 2 companies. It's a matter of time. The dysfunction tension between AEW executives like Cody Rhodes, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and all that, apparently it's just rumors, but I don't know. I'm not personally down there interfering with this stuff. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But I am looking forward to seeing what Rampage has. I believe it's either this week or next week. CM Punk's making his television debut in the ring against Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, Team Taz and CM Punk, this whole thing is just generally because Taz was ECW. Punk was part of that new brand of ECW and WWE. And that was that was a pretty weird one on that end, I would say. It wasn't the best ECW version, I probably should have said. And yeah, I'm watching right now guys from Wrestling Inc. Like Justin LaBar, I love that guy. My favorite show of his was Chairshot Reality, which was on WrestleZone. And then I don't know what happened because I ended up kind of going on the wayside for my own personal reasons. But with all of that's happening, like last night's episode of AEW Dynamite, I saw some shots fired, especially with Adam Cole. Like now you're gonna see guys like Adam Cole jumping ship to the All Elite Wrestling, and if somehow apparently maybe Bobby Fish. I know he's in Major League Wrestling. He's trying to stay away from like the whole Undisputed Era thing. I'm fully cool with that. The Johnny Gargano contract's coming up. I'm pretty sure Ciampa's coming up, but he's champ, so I know it's going on. And Pete Dunne is signed 3 years, so it is official. He's signed. I don't really think it would be a great idea, as you look at it, as you hear things, and you start listening to other wrestling podcasts and all that. They start to tell you that this might not be the right time. This might not, because like last night's promo from Christian Cage, Captain Charisma, shots fired. Like, literally said to Adam Cole, you lose on Wednesdays, you jump ship from one, and you're still losing on Wednesday. You won one night, one Wednesday. Let's see how you do on Fridays. That is like shots fired to a guy who just came from NXT to All Elite Wrestling. Okay, yeah, your friends own the company. Your friend or part owners of the company. Your friends help create this company. Again, this might backfire on All Elite, because like, that to me is showing a little bit of a crack. I didn't get a chance to listen to this morning to Wrestling Inc. podcast, so I'm going to have to listen to Nick Hausman. I love that guy. He's so entertaining, because he always says news that will leave a bruise. And he's right. Most of his news does leave a bruise, because a lot of people are out there not expecting what is coming. And this guy, I give credit to. I love his saying. I just love that saying. And I'm sorry if I, trademarked it or whatever. I love your saying, Nick. I love it. I love it. The other thing to that is, when you have three big companies, I will call them three big companies. I'm not going to call New Japan, because New Japan is on the other side. So they're doing their own thing. But with the rapid growth of free agents out there, is it right, or will it be right for everybody to go, oh, I can make more money on this side? The grass may be super green on this side, but don't mean it's going to be sweeter. Now, when I talked about NXT earlier, NXT 2.0, whatever it was, I'm just going to call it straight up NXT, because that's what it's known as to me, and that's always going to be known. The set was great. Great. When the match starts, dumb the lights down just a little, cut down a little brightness, so we can actually see these guys perform. The other thing, Vince McMahon and those damn names. I understand he's got Braun Breaker. Okay, again, this guy is Rick Steiner's son. He will be his dad plus his uncle, Scott Steiner 2.0. This guy is the Steiner 2.0. This guy is going to rip shit up. He will hurt people. Given him the opportunity to do it, it would be the best. Again, Tommaso Ciampa is the NXT champ. I understand, like, Vince knows that he has people in the development, but they're not quite ready. So, again, he had to give the title to either Dunne or Ciampa. No offense to LA Knight, Eli Drake, whatever he wants to be called. He's ready, but he's not ready. Like, he's ready, but not ready. It's vice versa. To hold something like that, Tommaso Ciampa is good. And to have, he's one of those experienced guys, and I know Vince loves experienced people because of one reason. They push people over that. They make them better. They make them perform better. Pete Dunne, really good performer. Great worker, great athlete, great wrestler. He'll win the NXT title, and then he's going to jump ship. He's probably going to end up, most likely, SmackDown. Raw is going to be like the home of the Giants. So that's where it is. The other thing I see is Vince McMahon's going to have probably Keith Lee coming back. A heel Keith Lee. A babyface Big E. So we're going to get something like that going on. With everything else going on, I see Shinsuke Nakamura will probably, and Cesaro, in order to keep those two happy, and I know Vince really wouldn't want to keep them from going anywhere else, he'll probably end up start throwing some singles titles on those guys. Like, I know Shinsuke's the Intercontinental champ, but I'm pretty sure he's going to end up with the Universal title pretty soon. Cesaro has been... I say it's the creative side. It's just the creative team can't really write stuff for him because it's so hard to get somebody like him to actually do things. Sorry, I'm just moving shit around. Do things right in that order of the work. And I understand that. It's because you just don't have that much talent to go against him. And if you do, you're using him on other things and you're wasting it. But Cesaro will be WWE champion sometime pretty soon here. I can see this. Not Universal, WWE champion. So I'm pretty sure they're going to probably turn him heel. And because the draft's coming up, swap him over to the Raw side and, get him going. Because Big E needs some heels, some, pretty good matches and guys who can actually go strength to strength with him. Now, I'm going to flip it over to the Thursday Nighter. That's I saw a lot of shit today. I heard a lot of things. Daniel Jones and Taylor, I can't really say his last name. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say Taylor, the Washington quarterback. A lot of people are saying Washington. I said maybe the Giants. This game is an unpredictable game. It's like apples and oranges. You got a lot more oranges than you do apples. So the way I'm going to call it, it's going to be a very low-scoring game, but I'm just going to say Washington's going to take it. That's my take on that. I also see there's some NHL news out there. Apparently, the salary cap will go up next year by $1 million. Whoop-de-doo! $1 million. But I think there's a but. I just couldn't read it all in full. It could go up a little more than just $1 million, but that's all right. Whatever. But yeah, I will probably do another podcast tomorrow. I'll most likely 100% do a podcast tomorrow, but I'm going to watch Impact Wrestling, see what's going to go on. I do see there's the Buddy Murphy, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman still's not working on his deal. There's not really much anything else I could talk about, like in hockey and then like NBA kind of thing, because like training camp's starting and all this, and I know the whole vaccine stuff. I'm not gonna get into the COVID stuff because I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm just done with it. Period. I've told so many people I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm done with it. I don't want to hear about it. I know you don't want to hear about it, so let's not talk about it. I will watch Impact Wrestling tonight. I will give you a recap on that. My feeling. I know Bound for Glory is coming around. It's there. It's scratching. Braun Strowman will be there. I'm almost 100% sure. If he's not signing with Impact, he's going to sign with AEW. They're going to bring Eric Rowan in. They're going to, because you got the Rochester, New York show coming up, and you're going to have Break on there. And then you see the dysfunction of the Dark Order right now. Dark Order is just disintegrating kind of thing. And it's be a good idea to have Adam Page there. Maybe kind of show some leadership. Evil Uno. Crazy. I don't know what the hell's with Mask. I still don't understand it. But anyways, I love John Silver. That little runt guy. He's so muscular, but he's so freaking hilarious. And I love that guy. Tay Conte and Anna Jay. Love those girls. Dark Order. I hear it. Wrestling Inc. was talking about it yesterday. I would actually like to see it. Dark Order, Brody Lee's last faction, and being the leader would be an awesome tribute to the late great Brody Lee. And Bray Wyatt coming in, just destroying it with Braun and Eric. So I'm just going to leave it at that today. Yeah, I know I've kind of repeated myself. I'm a little distracted a little bit. Just trying to get some stuff out of my head here. Again, hit that, when you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe, like button, leave a comment. And yeah, you guys have a great Thursday. We'll throw it back on the other days. I will talk to you guys all later. And yeah, peace out.